Tulip, thank you so much for being the inspiration for this video. It is such a valuable topic. I really appreciate you. This topic is going to be all around shedding the belief around being responsible for the happiness of others. So I am going to be reading from my notes quite a bit since it's shorter form content and it's just such a valuable topic. I want to get as much in as I can. I may even have to do a part 2, so bear with me. But with that said, let's get into it. So the belief around being responsible for the happiness of others comes from a wound, which this particular belief and conditioning and program, in order to shed it, it's definitely going to take some healing along with the retraining. So mine in particular came from a black sheep wound and an abandonment wound. And when we take responsibility for the happiness of others, essentially what you're doing every time you do that is abandoning yourself. And when you become an active participant in your own self-love, even if you're not there yet, again, as long as you are an active participant in your self-love journey and you are trying to practice falling in love with yourself every single day, abandoning yourself is just going to naturally start to bother you, which is a really good sign. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to have to do is act as if. And this is something I take a lot from Dr. Joe Dispenza. And he talks about this a lot, where you can't get a new personal reality without a new personality. Okay, so that's why everything that we want on the outside really comes from a change within. So what you're going to do is act as if, okay? I'm sure you've heard the term fake it till you make it. This is absolutely the case, and you are going to act as if until it sticks. But the beautiful thing about the universe is the universe multiplies our efforts, okay? So this is why, we can see people who have been in a particular programming or conditioning actually start to come out of it at around the 30-day mark if they are really committed. And the reason for this is around the 30-day mark, your will becomes stronger than the program. So even if the program is still there, your will at that point has become stronger than the program. And really and truly, when this happens, you've won. I mean, really, you're just not going to stop at that point. You've come too far. And so that's why that part 2. So that's why that 30-day mark is really magical. Okay, so acting as if is also going to mean practicing the feeling of safety, which is really important because during this time of shedding this program, you're gonna feel unsafe. So practicing the feeling of safety is going to be very, very important. Now, how you're going to train yourself into the feeling of safety and even love and trust and gratitude, I always do as well, is going to be through heart-brain coherence. Now, you've probably heard of this before, and I do this every day, especially in the morning and before I go to sleep. What you're gonna do is, and it does so much more, y'all, than we really have any idea. It sounds simple, but simplicity can actually be everything when it comes to reprogramming. Our bodies are magical. So what you're gonna do is for 5 minutes, you are going to completely put your attention on your heart, anatomically your heart, listen for your heartbeat. A lot of the times if I am struggling with overthinking, I'll even gently tap on my heart just to keep my attention fully on my heart. And then for those 5 minutes, you're going to slow down your breathing, and you want to make sure that the exhale is longer. Okay, this gets you into a different brainwave state, which reboots your system. And then what you're going to do is simply focus on the feeling of safety, of gratitude, of love and trust. Even tell your heart, I feel safe. safety. I am connected to safety. I am peaceful. I have peace, you know, whatever you want to do. And what happens is, so we have these cells, and I'm really sorry, please don't like quote me like perfectly scientifically, I am not that one, but we have these cells in our heart that kind of mimic the cells in our brain. But the difference is in our brain we have a right side and a left side, right? Which typically when we make decisions from our brain, it can give us almost two different answers and make it a bit confusing. The reason is our brain is made of duality, right? Which can help us sometimes, but we really need the truth. Really what we need to focus on is the truth in our heart. So by doing that, these cells in your heart, it's so incredible, they actually shoot signals up into your brain that retrain your brain and your body to actually feel safety, love. Part 3. So heart brain coherence and doing this daily, particularly in the morning and at night, is going to train you into the feeling of safety during an unsafe period. And I say that to prepare you, because when we stop taking responsibility for the happiness of others, it changes everything. For me personally, and I never want to create any worry, but for me, it changed everything. It changed every one of my relationships. I pretty much lost everyone, but what I gained was peace. And is that not like something that money could never buy? And now I also completely romanticize my life, you know, I love taking care of my hair again and my nails and, you know, working out or even just stretching. And, you know, I want to wear the cute outfits again. I'm giving to myself, right? So for me, I really, really want to be honest with you that I don't believe that this particular change, this particular shedding of this programming and conditioning is possible without retreating and being alone and going within. Now, I don't know your situation, of course, and so, you know, just as much as you can do this as possible and be honest with yourself, you know, because there's plenty of times where we say like, no, I have to do this for this person or whatever, but that is actually part of that old programming. So what you also want to do is become so conscious of the program that you don't go unconscious to it. So you have to be hyper aware of how that program is speaking to you, and you have to fight back and choose what thoughts to trust and what ones not to trust. If it's part of the program, we don't trust it. If it's part of the new one that you want to create, you go in that direction. And so I also think that this, you know, trying to retreat and go within and be more alone is also really important, because I think that it's critical for you to see who is benefiting off of you not having any boundaries that shouldn't be there anyways. And again, that's not to say that some relationships don't come back together, because really the ones that want to see you happy and healthy, they'll be there for you on the other end of that change. And it is so important to really be honest and speak for your truth, you know, speak up for yourself. You know, you want to say, part 4, so much for 2 parts, right? Still such a valuable topic. Okay, so this is totally worth it for me. So what you want to say to those around you is really make yourself known. So the other thing that happens too when we take responsibility for the happiness of others is it can cause a blockage in our throat chakra. So it's important that we speak up for our truth and be honest, and we can do it in a very loving way. You just simply say, I'm changing. I love myself. I'm working on loving myself. I want more for myself. And my change needs me and my attention right now. And I need time. This is also going to help you naturally create the new program within yourself when you start giving to yourself what you want from others. That creates real cellular change. And on that note, I really do want to mention how much it can change your health. So for me, I have struggled with an autoimmune illness for a very, very, very long time. I mean, it was really deteriorating to my mental health. It was just all consuming at times. And what I want to tell you for extra encouragement and about this cellular change too is that I was having to give myself shots once a month in order to manage my autoimmune illness. And ever since I have shed this belief, this mindset, this identity about myself where I feel responsible for the happiness of others, it has been a little over 6 months and I have not taken not one shot, and I have never felt better in my life, and I have goosebumps telling you that. Okay, so thank you, Tulip, again. By the way, that is one of my favorite flowers. I just think that is so beautiful and so sweet, and I just can't thank you enough. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments. Again, if there is anything you want me to go further into, just don't hesitate to let me know, and I will see you in the next and talk to you soon, and I love you so much.